they're dying for a good cause, and maybe that's what they're here on Earth to do, is to take down the elite in that way. I think Iran is a case of that. I hope China doesn't go into a revolution like that. I'm kind of thinking that the CCP will just step down, and that's not going to come for a few years, and I think they're going to realize, oh, the shift has already happened. We don't have a chance. We can't try to kill them or anything. They'll just laugh at us. Because what will happen is even the elites themselves will be leaving the ranks. And that was happening in Iran some too, where some of them left the ranks and helped the rebels. I think they're going to end up just coming to a realization, let's resign, we can't fight this, we're not going to be able to, we're going to have to step down and relinquish power, let somebody else have it, and maybe they'll escape with their lives if it's peaceful. I mean, when the USSR fell, they didn't take revenge on, I don't think they did. They didn't say, okay, we're going to kill all you people for what you did. They didn't seem to do that. And the system changed. And even some of the old people were in the new government. But it changed. And that's what we're going to see. Some of that here even, maybe. We're going to see some of these people that are old names that maybe we don't like. And we're going to realize, oh, they're not doing the same thing anymore. They've changed their ways. They know they can't get away with it, and even though they're still there, they're not doing this stuff anymore because they can't get away with it. So it's we don't want to let these people push us around, but we don't necessarily need to kill them, and it's not necessarily a good idea to try to kill them. Our society is going to evolve. Is what's going to happen, and that's what the church did, and that started happening back in the early 60s. I'm sure there were people back in the 1800s that were so frustrated with the church and hated it and thought, oh, I'd love to see this institution be killed off. Well, if you were to bring that person from the 1800s to today, they would say, well, where's the church? It's gone. But nobody killed it. Evolved into a new thing. I mean, if you compare, let's say, 1860 to now, and you were to just like go from 1860 to now, they would say they got their wish because the liturgy's gone, the calendar's gone. I mean, they wouldn't even be able to find the church anymore. They'd say, "Where's the church? It's gone. Somebody killed it." They didn't kill it; evolved. It changed. The people are gone because they died, since 1860. And the institution, it didn't die all at once, but it kind of like morphed from what people hated back then to what it is now. And I mean, what it is now isn't perfect, but it's not what it was. And so, some people probably don't even know that it changed, but it did. It's completely different now. Anybody that's still practicing what they practiced in 1860 isn't even recognized by the Pope anymore. That's how much it's changed. It's an offshoot. It's like a separate thing. It's not a continuation of the church because the church doesn't even back it. And there are a few people that still practice it, and even that is probably different than what it was in 1860. The attitude's different in how they think and stuff when they practice. They still have some of the changes even that the modern church has. Their attitude is not like what it was in 1860. Back in 1860, if you were a Hindu, you were considered a pretty evil person, and they changed that back in the 70s. And I would say that a lot of people probably don't have that attitude anymore. And anybody that's younger isn't going to have that attitude. So it's morphed. It's morphed, and this is what's going to happen to our corporations. And, you know, we'll like look at a corporation like Big Pharma, and we'll think, oh, I'd like to see that be gone. It may not just be gone. It'll morph into something better over time. As people come and go from their employment or that are running it, it'll gradually change. Younger people will come in and it'll morph into and in maybe 20 years from now, it'll actually be a wonderful thing. It'll be a good thing. And people say, yeah, they make good stuff. And now they're making awful stuff. And 20 years from now, people say, yeah, I'm going to go to Pfizer and I'm going to get my drugs. They make the best shit that you can buy. And it's good stuff. Or Moderna or Lilly, you know, these companies that I probably refuse to invest in. They might make a good product now. It's just that it's not a completely morally good. And they're going to take what they did good before, and they're going to make it they're going to do it in an even better way. And they're going to bring better morals and better people. And it could morph into quite a good organization. And it would take some time. I mean, you might have to have a CEO resign, and maybe some people that are in the middle management resign or die or retire, and then younger people come in, and it'll morph, just like the church did. It'll change. But there won't be any mark where it changes suddenly. It'll be a gradual change. I mean, there might be some change when the CEO changes, but a CEO doesn't really have complete control. I mean, even President Trump, he can't change everything. There's still bad stuff going on. I mean, like, he can't change the Ukraine war. He wants to, but he doesn't seem to be able to, but he's going to do the best he can. I mean, it took him how long he still doesn't have us out. If he gets us out of this war next month or the month after, it took him all that effort to do it. He had to fight to do that. He probably still had to, I mean, he still had to do things that maybe we disagree with, but he had to do it in the system. Within the system. That's the transition that we're going to go through, and that's what's going to happen. It's going to happen in the next 4 to 5 years, and then it's going to continue afterwards. It's going to continue to operate after that too. It's not going to be finished in 5 years. We're going to notice maybe some progress in 5 years, a little bit of progress. People are going to say, oh yeah, things look a little better now. And then in another 5 years after that, we're going to, I think in 10 years, by 2032, I think we're going to see some real progress. In fact, I think we're going to have to, because when the cold period comes, we're going to need some of these new energy interventions, or we're not going to make it. We're going to freeze. Because the grid as it is isn't good enough. It's not strong enough. So they're going to have to let some of these new inventions into the marketplace. And like I said, it's not everybody's going to have a free energy device in their home. It's not going to be like that. What's going to happen is the energy companies are going to buy these patents, and they're going to have them, and they're going to rent them out, and they're going to install them in the places that most need them, and it's going to gradually reduce the price of energy over time. It's not going to just be all of a sudden we got a free energy device in our homes. You know, we probably won't be able to buy them. It'll probably be patented, and the energy companies, the big electric companies will buy these, and it'll save them from crashing. I mean, a lot of the retired people are invested in energy stock. So they'll be able to continue to keep our retired people going.